Hi, Sodor Pro here. So just a quick note, but this was recorded a little bit before Dovetail Games announced the 80th anniversary DLC expansion. The reason I bring this up is to explain some of the following commentary in the Let's Play. You'll see what I mean. Also, since the expansion is available as of the upload of this video, I'll also be playing through that as well, hence why this vid is titled as Part 1. So with all that being said, let's start the video. Hello everyone, this is Sodor Pro here, and today I'm coming to you with a different style video. A while ago, on my YouTube community tab, I ran a poll asking if you would be interested in me doing a sort of a commentary let's play of the new Trainz Thomas DLC, and the overwhelming majority of you said yes. So yeah, last night at the time of recording this video, I bought the game and as well as the DLC on Steam, so we're going to be playing it.
Hello there, and welcome to the training centre. Before you can start your adventures on the West Somerset Railway, you will need to learn how to drive Thomas. In this short introduction, you will be taken through every step needed to make sure that Thomas is a really useful engine.
Alright, Mark.
And I'm sure you'll be an expert driver in no time. It looks like Thomas is eager to get started. So let's begin. First, you will need to climb aboard. Follow the blue markers in front of you as they will guide you to Thomas's cab steps.
Alright, so I already did the tutorial, but the way you move in the game is either the arrow keys on your keyboard or WS A and D, just like any other video game. I mean, I said that I'm not much of a gamer, but yeah. So yeah, let's offer the tutorials. Okay.
Before you can climb the steps, you will need to check if Thomas's cab door is open. If you can see that the cab door is closed, you can open it by first looking at it and then pressing the button shown on the screen.
Alright.
Now that Thomas's cab door is open, you can use the steps to climb up into Thomas's cab.
Oh, alright. That's it.
Welcome to Thomas's cab. Here you'll be able to learn the controls needed to drive Thomas. Let's get started by first moving over to the driving position.
I think first I want to close the door. Okay.
If you want a better view of your train or the line ahead, you can change between several different external camera views at any time whilst driving. For this introduction, use the controls shown on screen to change to this particular external camera.
Okay.
This is one of several external camera views available to you. You can switch between this view and the internal cab view at any time by pressing either of the controls shown here. To drive Thomas forwards, you will need to use the throttle. Press and hold the control shown on screen to increase the throttle and get Thomas moving.
Alright, so it's... yeah.
Well done. You're doing a good job so far. To slow Thomas down, or when you want to come to a stop, you will need to apply the brakes. Use the control shown on screen to apply the brakes and bring Thomas to a stop on the blue marker.
Alright. After all these years, finding some more CGI content and... gotta slow down. Yeah, I'm curious what other people's thoughts on this are, because at least in the fanbase, because most videos I've seen regarding this from people who play Trainz World. I'm curious what the average person in the fanbase kind of thinks about this. Just haven't really seen many videos made by actual Thomas fans about the DLC. Okay.
Honey and Clarabelle are waiting in the sidings behind. and you must collect them before heading to the station. In order to reach Annie and Clarabelle, you will first need to switch the junction so that it is set to the correct track. You can set the junction by either using the route map or climbing down out of the cab and walking over to it.
Alright, yes sir.
Great work. You can now
I didn't change the...
to Annie and Clarabelle.
I didn't change the points.
Make sure that as you approach them, you lower your speed and come to a stop as close as possible to them to ensure that they couple successfully. To make Thomas reverse, press and hold the control shown here until Thomas starts moving backwards.
Alright. Be careful with the coaches. They don't like being bumped. But yeah, from my understanding, this is the actual CGI asset. They just obviously have modified. I mean, they still, which is kind of which is cool. Like now, I actually get more up close and personal with the actual asset. Unless you actually have like the leaked version of it that was converted for Blender. Alright, gotta slow down here. Oop, oop, slow down. Slow down. Alright, let's see if I... Okay. And we're coupled.
Hello, Annie. Hello, Clarabelle. Well done. You're now ready to head to the station. When you're ready to continue, use the throttle to apply some power to drive Thomas forward.
With pleasure, Fat Controller. Alright, we can go up to... Yeah, there we go. I'm curious, what do most people think about this, the details, the quote-unquote realistic details on Thomas here. I think it's fine. I'm still getting used to the railings on the front of the tanks are something I'm still gotta get used to, because I'm so used to it not being there, obviously. But I'm curious, like, which do you prefer? I ran a poll on Twitter, but which do you prefer? Do you prefer how it looks in Season 24? Or do you prefer this? With the blue handrails and the different step thing. Oh, okay, we can speed up now. So yeah, another thing I gotta say about this game, that there's actually is like as I found out through my first playthrough, there actually is like an award system. Like there's XP, at least the version I have on Steam. So like if you actually complete the tasks like as they should, like no speeding or anything, then you actually get like little achievements. But then that's only if you actually do everything play the game as it should.
You're nearing the station now, so remember to slow down and come to a stop at the platform.
Yeah. Also, gotta say I do like the animation on Thomas's face when you blow his whistle. Though I do wish like every time you blew his whistle, it corresponded like one blast of spacebar equals one blast of his whistle. Like wish that did that instead of like. Well, that like I pressed the spacebar once and it equates him blowing his whistle 2 blasts of his whistle. Like I wish it was like that didn't work like that. But oh well. Yep, slow down. We're slowing down. Oh, lag.
To allow the passengers to climb aboard, you will first need to open the passenger doors using the control shown on screen.
Alright. Wow, look at all these passengers. Just, wow. Amazing. All these people. Also, gotta say, I also do like the weathering like on him, like, and the metal detail. Like the little warped metal. You can sort of see on the side of his tank. That's nice detail.
Go ahead and close the passenger doors by using the control shown here.
Alright.
It looks like you're ready to continue to the next station. Use the throttle once again to apply some power to get Thomas moving.
Alright then. Hurry, Panther Thomas. So yeah, the controls is pretty basic. Like you just A to go forward and D to go slow. And I do agree with like a criticism that most people have that it would be nice you could actually like actually operate the controls in the cab of Thomas and Diesel. Like maybe they could have like an easy mode and like a for like beginners and kids who are obviously going to be mainly playing this, but also maybe like a more advanced mode. So like for the actual hardcore players of Trainz World, so you could actually like legitimately drive Thomas. Like,
Remember to slow down and come to a stop at the platform.
all right, here we go. Slowing down, slowing down. So, any idea where this location on the mainland could actually be, or is this route like based on anything IRL? And stop right there. There we go.
Good work. Now open the passenger doors to allow the passengers to start boarding.
Main menu. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to Diesel. Also, just another thing I gotta take note is that the classic series intro theme plays on the menu section for the Thomas DLC, which I do find it's nice, and honestly I kind of prefer over the engine roll call. I'm sorry, I genuinely can't stand the roll call. Even as a kid I found it annoying. I mean the new version's season 19 is fine, but still like I just never liked it.
In this short introduction, you will be taken through every step needed to make sure that you and Diesel are ready for work. I'm sure you'll be an expert driver in no time. Diesel is waiting for you, so let's get started.
Alright.
First, you will need to climb aboard. Follow the blue markers in front of you as they will guide you to Diesel's cab steps.
What if I don't want to go on Diesel? Yeah, well, yeah, fine.
Before you can climb the steps, you will need to check if Diesel's cab door is open.
Well, it's not.
If you can see that the cab door is closed, you can open it by first looking at it and then pressing the button shown on the screen.
Okay. I gotta say, this is actually kind of cool, the fact that we can actually see, because I think it's the first time I've ever seen the inside of a Class 08, of a TV series Class 08 cab. Okay. But yeah, like the closest thing we've ever seen having the Class 08's cabs in TV series was like that deleted loading segment from Calling All Engines of Iron Bird's cab. So this is actually kind of cool to actually the actual interior finally. Also, and similar to Thomas, I'm curious, what do you all think of like this update, the quote unquote realistic details on Diesel? Like, well, I like it. It actually looks better than just being how it was originally, where it's just blank of nothing. And the fact it actually finally has a visible horn. Like, you think that, like, why did it take this long to finally add it? And now I'm actually kind of curious if there's anyone else in the fan that actually makes like their own custom, either physical or 3D models is going to try to maybe add the same details seen on this Trainz World Diesel to their stuff. I mean, I know I will whenever I finish making my Class 08s for Trainz in a Blender.
It looks like the troublesome trucks are in a bit of a mess. Great work.
I didn't even set the points.
Now set, you can go and couple to the first set of troublesome trucks.
Sadly, Diesel doesn't have like the animation for like his horn. Just like when Thomas was whistle, like he has a little animation on his face. Diesel doesn't have that, which I kind of wish they did. Just keep for consistency's sake. Break.
Now then, you troublesome trucks, I expect you to behave and not be so troublesome.
All right. So is that like Keith Wickham and Kerry Shale's audio for the trucks? Because I know they voiced the trucks in like CGI era, or is that just Mark Morgan doing also voicing the trucks? Slow down, Diesel, slow down. Stop. Here we go.
Use the junction highlighted. to change the track and then head into the siding to couple to the second set of troublesome trucks.
Oh, the point's already set. Well, okay then, I guess. Off we go then. It's weird because like in other tutorials videos I've seen on YouTube, like you actually do get the cat when it can actually shows the point. So I don't know why it's doing it automatically. So the camera is a bit finicky to work with, considering you can like use page up or down to raise the camera. You have it's basically reliant on the mouse, and really all you can do with it is just go forward and side to side. Unlike Trainz where you can actually raise the camera up and down, so be more precise with it, which is one criticism I just have. That's less with the DLC than more with the game itself. Oh, the buffers are sprung. Oh, that's cool.
And couple up to the troublesome trucks.
Oh, we're coupled up.
Good work. That's the second set of troublesome trucks coupled to your train.
Alright. Reverse. Alright. I can't get over the fact how much I like the detail on Diesel. Oh, look, this looks so much better than how he did in the actual show. Slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. Reverse. Brake, 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 brake. Brake, brake, brake. Alright, so now just carefully shunt these freight cars or trucks. Push us all, that's the longest. Push us all, you'll be the strongest. That's me, said Diesel, the world's strongest engine. Slow and steady, gotta couple up. Oh! Stop!
Splendid work! The troublesome trucks are all sorted now, and it looks like
could have gone a little smoother. No, but Diesel was.
An expert driver in no time.
But yeah, like you can't see it now, but like there is actually like basically once you initially complete the missions, there is like a points system, like an XP counter that pops up before this menu. Next is Thomas's arrival. Out now? Yeah, I know it's out now because I'm playing it.
It was a warm summer's evening on the West Somerset Railway, and Thomas the tank engine was waiting at Dunster Station. He and Sir Topham Hatt had been invited to visit the railway and were on their way to Minehead for a big welcome.
Alright. Yeah. There's Trainz World's interpretation of the Fat Controller.
Mr. Peters and I have been friends for a long time.
Not necessarily how I would envision him, but I mean, I guess it makes sense for the game's art style.
Very keen to finally meet you. I'm sure my passengers will miss their regular train rides. I'm sure your passengers will be fine, Thomas. There's no need to worry about your branch line, chuckled Sir Topham Hatt. I've arranged for Percy and Tory to look after it while you're away. Bertie said he'll lend a hand too.
Subtle foreshadowing for future DLC releases.
Thomas smiled, thinking about his friends.
But maybe.
Yes, sir, peeped Thomas. Minehead, here we come.
God, it's so nice hearing Mark Morgan's narration after all these years. Shall we get going? Oh my god, this is so slow. Why? This is as fast as I can go. Oh my god. But yeah, like, is Mr. Peters, like, I'm guessing he's the controller of this, railway, his Heritage Railway, but is he, like, kind of based, like, is he, like, based on, like, an actual person who, in charge of the management of West Somerset, or is he just a complete fictional? I'm curious. Oh, now you get a fireman. Also, one critique I do have is, the clipping of Clarabelle's face into the, her roof here. Come on, like, couldn't fix that, like, ugh. It's like, I don't know, it just bugs me, this little glitch. Like, really, no one noticed this. Like, come on, man, come on, Dovetail. I mean, it's still so good that that's just one nitpick with the assets. Like, why? All right, we're nearing Minehead. We're almost there. I understand you can make Thomas's lamp turn on, though I don't know how I think it's. I mean, you can't do it. I don't think you can do it in scenarios. I think you can only do it like in the free roaming portions. Oh, and we're approaching the station. Okay, and we better start slowing down. One criticism I do have is the controls. Like after, like he will like coast on like a certain speed for after a while, but he will eventually start slowing, decelerating. So it would be nice if you could like once you have him accelerate to a certain speed, he just stays there until you actually start putting input into the controls, which would have been nice. I gotta say, I think this is possibly the first Thomas thing that isn't AG or the original Railway series that's like has it set in modern day, because I mean the original show is like what, set in like 60s, and this is very clearly tied to the original show, but like I mean it's clearly not the 60s considering how all the modern equipment and infrastructure and road vehicles. I find it cool with this DLC how it actually places all the existing rolling stock on this railway, whatever, with the Thomas stuff, which kind of help with the theme. This platform is long, and we have to go like 5 miles an hour. Wait, or 10 at least. Hey, Diesel. Oh, okay. I'm gonna like get a better angle of this. All right, start slowing down. Slow and steady. We just slow them down. Don't want to hit the buffers.
As Thomas's train pulled into the station, he looked around and noticed a smartly dressed man standing on the platform. He wondered if this was Sir Topham Hatt's friend, when the man stepped forward and introduced himself. Hello, and welcome to the West Somerset Railway.
Oh, that lip sync.
Thomas, the famous tank engine I've heard all about. That's wonderful.
Their turntable cafe. Oh my god.
I'm sure that Thomas and I will get on.
Is it there any good?
Everyone clapped and cheered.
Yeah, listen to all that cheering from all those,
Very proud.
and all the happy emotions from those passengers. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, here's what I meant by the actual score and points. Like you actually do like get actual like XP for actually doing the scenarios correctly. Total score 546. All right. Continue. Go back to my menu. All right then. Next we have the Devious Diesel.
Early the next morning, Diesel crept into the station.
Oh yeah, the lack of sound effects on Diesel. Like,
And saw
yeah.
Thomas was sitting outside the shed dozing.
All right. So I'm guessing this is, in a sense, kind of like a stealth mission. Well, the closest thing to a stealth mission in the game. Even though it literally just blasted the horn from Thomas and his coaches. But yeah, the detail on Diesel, I just can't get over how it looks so good. It is a vast improvement of how it looked previous. Though I'm curious, like, what do you in comments think? Do you like how it looked previous, or do you think or do you prefer this? I don't know which I prefer. All right, we're almost there to the junction. Shut up, Percival. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Like, we actually do have like basically this is kind of the first official DLC for a train simulator game. After years of like having fan content for like trains and rail works, or I guess train simulators, it's officially called. It is kind of cool having something like this, and based on the original show, and as opposed to being AEG themed. Though I would be lying if I said I would have. I am now kind of curious what an AEG, what would have actually have looked like. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people would be disappointed, but I can't help but wonder how they would have pulled that off, considering, well, it's all in its go and really does not fit in this type of environment. It's more 2D, overly exaggerated animated, environment of on just go. Or like, what would have done to quote unquote realistic if I yeah. A.G. Thomas. Alright. Just run down. That's pretty usual. The workmen do not give a single about what the engines are doing. Nope. Not a single. Hey, this diesel shouldn't be here. You gonna do anything? No? Of course. Even here, they don't care. Alright, so just gotta slow down. Shut up. Alright, there we go. So just gotta reverse. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing? Do you have nothing to say for yourself? Heh. Is it? I cannot be the only one who's getting like a Strasbourg kind of vibe from this. Maybe it's the lighting, but I don't know. Something about this kind of reminds me of Strasbourg, the railway where they have the American railway where they have that big steam, real Thomas steam engine. I don't know. Again, I guess it's just the lighting or just the environment kind of reminds me of Strasbourg a bit. All right, almost there. Alright, there we go. Let's go wait for the signal to change. Alright. No speeding and no horseplay, said the foreman. Now go help Alfie. Unless you're Diesel. Yeah, compared to Trainz, I will say from graphically, like, again, this looks better. I mean, I'm not saying I'm ever going to ditch Trainz for this for obvious reasons, because, like, effectively, you cannot make your own locations or routes in this game, as opposed to, again, Trainz or Railworks, Trainz and World, which is also, interestingly enough, made by the same guys who made this game, which is Dovetail Games. I think I pronounced it correctly. And I mean, it would be nice if you could actually, make your own, locations, because I mean, especially with this lighting and physics and stuff, this could, I can imagine how amazing Thomas videos could look on an iOS could look like in this. But hey, that's just me. Let's shunt the freight cars, foolish freight cars into the sidings. I was thinking it would be nice if there was actually maybe some background music playing, as you did these scenarios. I mean, I guess I get it. One maybe more realistic, but it would be nice if there was a little more background music. And they used the buffering up sound the Cloud Series buffering up sound effect for the to decouple the engines, which I don't understand why. I mean, it's cool to hear it, to have it, but it's kind of weird considering they obviously have access to the sound library, so they would obviously have access to the actual uncouple, decouple sound effect from the show. But yeah, if you want to play this game, this is available, like I said, on Steam, but it's also, if you have a PlayStation or Xbox, you can get on for Xbox on the Microsoft Store, and for PlayStation, Sony, I think it's called PlayStation Store, I think is what it's called. I don't know if PS5 or I just have Xbox. Though I do plan to get a Switch eventually. On a side note, hey Dovetail, if you want to make more money, maybe expand the player base, maybe release this game on Switch with the DLC. Because I know there's a lot of there's a good chance there's a handful of young adults and kids who with the Switch who would like to play this, especially with the Thomas DLC. Just a thought, if you want to make, if you like money, want more people playing the game, hey. All right, so it's now just reversing, just slowly reversing. All right, and we're just okay. All right, stop at the right spot, and wait for signal to change. Yep. And just like in the show, he does have the inner working pistons underneath it, which is cool. I will say, I I get a why that they have the speed limit, so like I for to make it, I keep everything a little bit realistic and the whole XP thing, but my god, it makes these levels so a little bit longer than and I guess also because they don't want you crashing the engines, because yeah, I can imagine like a lot of kids would just be going full throttle and be crashing into everything, which leads to an automatic game over, which is another thing I don't like about this and subsequent rail works. Is like whenever you, unlike Trainz, whenever your engine derails, the scenario just ends and just brought back to the main menu, which which is annoying, which I would find that very annoying. Or maybe we could just have changed physics so it's not that easy to derail the train, but you can still complete these scenarios in a relatively short amount of time. Must be very quiet. I mean, they're not gonna hear. They literally sleep in a shunting yard. So like, of course, they're gonna be heavy sleepers. I mean, considering they slept through Charlie shunting them into the back of Caitlin's coaches and like not so slow coaches in season 18. I'm curious though. When we get to free play, I'm curious like how far does this map actually go? Like, could we actually like somehow crash and maybe escape the railway? All right. Like, I wonder how far all this actually goes. Like, if we derail, like, how far is my engine going to actually fly before? Well, we can see it fly before the game actually, ends. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Just what the game wants. Also, not going to question, do anything about this, good sir. No? No. Okay. Who left the lights on the coaches? Like, this is the battery's going to run out. Like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Alright, got a break here. And we are now coming to a complete... I get why to be more realistic, but considering that I actually saw the sound library, would be nice if they actually could use the actual like CGI, or even consider using Mall series sound effects, Mall series braking sound effect, as opposed to I guess the train Sim World brake sound effect they have going on for the engines. I don't know, just give everything more Thomas theme in terms of the sound effects. That would be kind of nice. I say Mall series sound effects because it's not just the coupling, but like for some reason the puffing sound effect for Thomas, I didn't mention it earlier, is the model series, the hit model era chuffing sound effects, not the CGI one, which is an interesting choice. I mean, it's not, I don't hate it, but like it is an interesting choice. Like they decided to dig that deep back into the sound library. I guess it goes to show they still have access to that stuff, but like I don't know. I mean, but then again, they did the sound effect is kind of used for, if I remember correctly, was used for like some of the app games before the AG switch over. Slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady, and brake, 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 brake. Easy there, Diesel. All right. Wait for signal. All right. Nope. Oop, oop, oop. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. There we go. At least they could have made the speed limit a bit, higher. Because this is just so we can at least go a little bit faster. So it doesn't feel like we're going so. Again, like a class of weight is isn't that fast, and this is a shunting yard, so obviously we want to go slow. But I mean, still, maybe you could at least a tiny bit faster, maybe. Because like I mean, yeah, I could just ignore the speed limit. I can just go and complete the scenario either way. But like I mean, again, like the whole point system XP thing. So I don't know. Maybe they could raise the limit a bit more. Anyway, here we go. Time to go collect the trucks. Oh, all right. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. All right. You want to slow down. All right. We are now coupled up. Again, again, but like the physics on like the coupling, like there actually is like actually I made like tension with this, so there's actually is like a slack in the like in the actual show, which is actually a nice detail. I understand that it is possible to do that in Trainz, like they are working on that, and the couplings workshops released for their Thomas models like do have that, and that's what I use for my stuff, but I can never get the animation to actually work for some reason with my stuff. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Alright. Just slow. Oh my god, this slow as Alright, and here we are. Alright. Here we go. Not one question of any of this. Oh god, imagine waking up to seeing this face. Alright, sharks, don't tell Scruffy or Hector any of this. I'm full of surprises. They want to say of me. Alright, time to uncouple.
Let's see what Sir Topham Hatt thinks of Thomas now. And as
Oh, now he can just speed. Oh, now Diesel can just go as fast. Can just speed up out of the yard. Oh, great. All right, accuracy bonus. 1275. Distance driven. Total score 8,500. All right. Continue. Go to main menu. Now we have alright then, now we have confusion delay. You have caused confusion
and delay.
or delay confusion if you Mr. Percival.
A few hours later, Thomas awoke, tired but excited for the day ahead. He looked all around the station and took in all the new sights and sounds in front of him.
You know, one criticism I do have with this, at least this specific cutscene, is like, it's clear that Thomas has multiple different faces for the cutscenes, but for some reason he just has his default smiling face. Like I understand, like he does like he has the smiling face with like the teeth, and also has a confused face and like a upset face and maybe a sad face. So I don't know why they didn't use it for this cutscene. He seems pretty happy just learning that about how his coach is just supposedly magically teleported all the way over there.
It looks like those troublesome trucks are still in the way.
Well, time to show what the best shunting engine on Sodor can do. And shunts. Oh, your driver isn't here. Your fireman isn't here. Then I'll be your fireman, says Thomas was excited. Yeah, this DLC is pretty awesome. Again, I'm shocked it took like this long for an officially licensed Train Simulator DLC to be made for Thomas. I guess I can start to get why they didn't do for Trainz, considering like Trainz encourages like third-party content. Like there's literally like a tab to make a config file so you can make your own, import your own assets. So like no one is gonna be like, so yeah, like once you're on Blender's like who pay for like content that you could easily just make a model of Thomas where you could just literally you could just model it yourself like I and so many other people have done. So I guess I get why I can start with Trainz. I can start understand why. I mean there's tutorials on like their I think the game developer N3V Games, I think it is. There's tutorials on their YouTube channel on how to actually make content for Trainz. So yeah, I can sort of get why that Trainz come out of the question. So I guess like this kind of makes more sense since this game is more professional, and the closest things you're gonna get to like custom third-party content is like the reskins, because there's like an option in this game to to basically recolor your like a livery editor. I think it's called, to like change the colors of like the engines in game. Unfortunately, you can't do it with Thomas and Diesel and the Thomas stuff. Which, I mean, I guess I can kind of get, considering, you know, you don't know who's out. You know, there could be some people out there maybe make some, maybe not, I don't know, potentially not advertiser friendly livery edits to him. Potentially, I don't know. So I guess I can sort of understand why Mattel opted up not to have these guys um opted to not have the have the option to have the liveries on Thomas and Diesel editable. But still, I can't be one. Things it would have been nice to have that option, you know, to make, you know, a BR Black Thomas or like LBSC green. But then again, considering the people, this is the internet and there's like a lot of people mod games. So I'm pretty sure someone has already had. I'm pretty sure someone's already done it. I mean, someone has already made a mod of Thomas to couple up to the existing rolling stock in this game, because again, none of the Thomas content in this DLC can actually couple up to the existing rolling stock or engines in this game, which is I don't get why. It's kind of stupid. They allegedly it says the physics, but still, I don't know. I just find that, but considering there's again a mod exists where of Thomas where you can actually couple him up to the existing rolling stock, yeah, I find that excuse completely stupid. Just no. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's only a matter of time for someone mess with the files and so you can actually like edit deliveries on these guys. All right, slow and steady into the yards. Thomas puffed slowly into the yards and backed up to and gently backed onto his trucks. Okay, here we go. Time to get these trucks out of the way. All right. Again, from my understanding, these are these are the actual assets. Obviously, they've likely been. I think from my understanding, they have been edited slightly to accommodate the game, just to be a little bit more better optimized, which is fair, considering. I mean, the assets have since like prior to this, some of the CGI assets of like Thomas, Gordon, Nia, untextured have leaked, and then of course there's the actual CGI Thomas pre season 23 with all textured and rigged, and yeah, the Vertus season is like very unoptimized, like obviously which makes sense. So yeah, so obviously these have been so the meshes on these guys have been slightly edited, so it can easily work for a video game, so it doesn't like lag or destroy your computer. All right, here we go. All right, and slow down. Stop. All right, now just wait for the signal to change. And all right, people at the cross thinking, going on at the station. Want to help us here? You know what happened? No? Eh, useless. All right, slow and steady, reverse. Into the siding we go. We just put all the way up to the check mark. And we finally stop on the check mark.
The track is clear now, so we can go and collect Annie and Clarabelle.
Okay. Now we're decoupled. Let's go. Again, and no firemen in the cab. Oh, I wonder where they buggered off to. Given some of the goals, I'm guessing this West Somerset's by the sea. Yeah. I assume Salty would. I would assume Salty would like it here. It's just me, or the textures on Thomas's water gauge a little bit glitchy. All right, time to slow down. All right, now we just have to wait for the signal and reverse. Show him what the E2s could have done. All right, Thomas, show him what the E2s can or could have done. Also, gotta say the detailing, the little straight metal detailing on his buffers. Actually, I do like that. Actually, that's a cool detail. Okay, let's just reverse. Also, just like Diesel, might as well just show you while I still can. Yeah, he also has the inside motion as well under his frames, which is actually, which again is attention to detail. I mean, again, obviously, yeah, this is the visual CGI asset from the show, but it's still cool nonetheless. Okay, we're now coupled up.
Hello, you two. It's good to see you're both okay.
Again, I would have had, like, you know, his face changed, like a confused face.
But we can't stand here all day. So
And maybe even have, like, his eyes, like, animate with the dialogue. See, alright, Annie, and wait, and the still broken with her broken face clipping through her. Wait a minute, does Clarabelle also have the same error? Oh yeah, Clarabelle does have the same error. Okay, yeah, both coaches have the same clipping through the roof glitch, or not glitch, or just modeling error. Ugh, why? Like it. I mean, I guess it's very not that noticeable from a distance, but still, like, come on. All right, let's go. But yeah, like I said with Diesel, like this, the chuffing sound effect is the hit model era chuffing sound effects, as not the CGI puffing sound effect, which again I find weird. Again, I guess it's because I mean, obviously they have to base this off CGI because I mean, yeah, because Mattel and all that, I get that. But I'm guessing sound effects wise, I guess they use the model series sound effects, considering in terms of the general public, that's what they more recognize, as opposed to, like, you know, the CGI stuff. Hey, push pull Thomas. Hey, we always use reference push pull Thomas being a push pull. Hey, see, because like he has to push his train into the platform. Texture wise, this still looks amazing though. It does kind of look weird, considering how thick his wheels are. But then that's less of the game and more the fact that, you know, how the way the CGI track it is designed, the actual show was designed in the original show. Like, considering the reason why the rails are so thick in CGI is because, from my understanding, they didn't have access to Gauge 1 track, which is the track system, the model train track system they used for the model era. So when the CGI modelers need reference for track, they basically use American G-scale track, which is the same gauge as Gauge 1, but it's much thicker and bigger and obviously overscaled. So that's kind of why the track looks the way it does in CGI, from my understanding. Which means it is evident, considering all the models at Nitrogen, when they're on display from the pictures, all use a G-scale track as opposed to Gauge 1 track. You trucks know what happened? No, you don't want to say anything? Yeah. So difficult to find good help these days. All right, and nope. All right, it's just braking a little bit. Braking a little bit. And almost there, and there we go.
Thomas arrived at the platform, and the passengers began to climb aboard Annie and Clarabelle. Mr. Peters smiled.
Oh God, what's with the audio? Why did the audio just like spike up a bit for? Like, Mr. Peters smiled. Like, what the hell? What the is that about?
Sure that they all have a wonderful time. He didn't have to wait for long.
What? Okay.
Like
Yeah.
everyone's on board.
Yeah. But you got a little extra passenger. Okay.
Now, Thomas.
Oh, we're just gonna talk about the guy on Clarabelle's buffer. No, we're not. The little stowaway.
Puff handicap velocity.
Maybe he's an influencer trying to get attention on TikTok. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, hard impact. No speeding, hard impact. Ooh, negative. Oof. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, continue. Confusion delay. Now we have Diesel and the fireworks.
Meanwhile, Diesel was thinking of more ways he could get Thomas into trouble. In the siding. They were waiting for Thomas to collect.
Oh, I just realized that all the trucks together spell fireworks.
Diesel eyed the trucks with interest, and a devious idea.
So none of us are wondering, hey, what is this Diesel doing here? He's not on schedule. Yeah, whatever. I mean, then it's CGI logic, so like it's like whatever. Engines can just dump their jobs and do whatever the they want. Right, just slowly reverse. And stop. Alright. Now we just do we have signal to change, or wait a minute, is the points with the points like set? Oh no, they're okay, they are set. Okay, we can go. Okay. Alright. Alright, off we go. Oh. So yeah, yard limit is like 10 miles an hour. Or whatever that translates in kilometers. Yeah, I can see why they chose West Somerset Railway, because, I mean, obviously this story is supposed to be West Somerset Railway, but like, you know, it does have kind of an there's a bit of an island of Sodor feel to it, I guess, in terms of the environment. So I can see why they chose this. You know, I personally think the Bluebell would have made more sense. You know, we could even have maybe CGI Stepney or something. I don't know. And stop. Minor junctions. I don't. The points are not. The game keeps saying the points for me. Okay, whatever. Slowly buffer up. Just buffer up to the trucks. And send like. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, we have to uncouple. Okay. Alright. Did we just... Oh. Okay. Oh my god, this is so slow. Okay, now I can speed up. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay. Wait a sec. Wait, okay, wait. The points will change, right? Let's... Sorry. Oh, what the... Oh, you can't... That's stupid. Oh, you can't... There's like a hitbox or something. Invisible wall, you can't actually zoom out that far from your train. Or engine, whatever. That's stupid. That makes you wonder how far you can actually go in free roam view. Away from like the track or the environment. Come in and come along for the riding. Shunting lovely little trucks of the sidings. Right, we're nearing the signal, or the platform. Alright, in we go. Alright then. Go a little faster now. Oh, it's just a random coach there. That we cannot couple up to. I do like how like they finally gave Diesel like, because that's what those little things on his face are supposed to be, like the place with lamps, but for some reason in CGI and the model error, they're only like in 1 or 2 spots, and now they actually all over his front, which I do like. Oh, break, stop, break, no! Ah, I shot it! No, go! Go! Oh my god. Stop, Diesel. Okay. Well, that could have gone a little smoother. Oh, no, break. Yeah, so I guess that's another thing I have with the controls. Like, they're not that, they're, takes a little time to engage, at least in terms of the keyboard. It's like I'm hitting A or D and braking, and like it takes a while, I guess, for the game to actually respond to the input. At least with my copy. I don't know if it's the same for others, or if you actually have like using like an actual game controller, like an Xbox or PS5 controller. So I'm curious how that is with other people. Oh my god, we have 10 miles an hour through this. Come on. Slowly but surely we're getting there. We'll get there eventually. And here we go. And break. Alright. Now time to reverse. We're going in reverse, boys. Oh, you... What? Alright, guys. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason, the points were not... So, I'm supposed to wait for signals to change and subsequently the points to switch, but for some reason they weren't. So, I had to reload the scenario and I get back to this checkpoint. But, yeah, basically... So, yeah, that's basically what happened. I kind of passed a signal of danger, didn't realize the points were not set. And I replayed the scenario, but for some reason the points were not changing, but I've reloaded back to this checkpoint, so now they finally changed. Now we can actually finish this. I guess you really have to put the vans in a specific spot in order for this to work. So yeah, I don't know if that's a glitch or that's just me. Alright, we're just reversing. Oh, hold up. Slow down. We have to slow down. Alright. Don't want to be rough with these, especially with explosives. Slides bump, you could be blown to smithereens. Wait, we want me to reverse the trucks back? Okay. If that's what the game wants, I'll do that. Or Diesel wants. No brake van though, but hey, I guess the less witnesses, the better. And these people don't even notice anything or care. Some of the most attentive staff this railway has. No offense, any of staff are actually watching this. But yeah, so you gotta watch for like the signals and I guess where you subsequently put like the rolling stock. It just goes to like again, this game's more based on being an actual train simulator as opposed to like trains or rail works, which are, I guess which are technically train simulators. That there's more, you have more freedom of what you can do. Like you can pass signals, the rules are pretty much whatever you want. So red signal doesn't really matter. The game will, like you can just do what you want. But yeah. So that's just something you gotta keep in mind if you're playing this when playing this game. All right, just reverse it and stop. Now, sorry about that. Okay. Now I gotta take Diesel all the way over there. Oh my god, this is so slow. Okay, here we go. Very slowly. Alright, now I can speed up a bit. And now I have to slow down. Alright, and coming to a stop. This is probably going to affect my XP performance on this game because it's not my fault the game glitched out. Or at least, or yeah, I don't know who's at fault. And so we're supposed to put these. We be very gentle. Don't want to have this game with. Don't want to have this game. Don't want this game to have an explosive ending. I think that would be amazing. Oh, now you see. What's the Diesel doing with the trucks? Whatever. Not my problem. Gently buffering up. Pardon the banging if it's being picked up on the microphone. I don't know what's going on. I think they're doing maintenance or on my house. So pardon that. All right, we're all coupled up and ready to go. Okay, so slowly we can go. All right, slow and steady, slowly, slow, at 3 miles an hour. I mean, I guess you gotta be gentle with fireworks. Again, I still like the whole, Easter egg how like all the trucks, the vans, together spell like fireworks, have like each letter like for fire and work. All right, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, and slowing down. Slow down here. Slowing down a bit. Okay, so just. All right, let's now just make sure the points are set so we don't screw this up. I would assume they're all set. And the signal has changed. Look, the signal's changed. We can go. Let's make up for lost time. Alright, Diesel, go. He's full of surprises. They ought to say he brings some razzle-dazzle to the rails. Here we go. I think a little increase the speed a tiny bit. Alright, into the siding into the platform we go. Or wait, what the orcs? Oh yeah. Works. And this slowly brake. Nope. Okay, so basically, yeah, I passed another red signal. I didn't realize that there was a signal there. But yeah, if you're playing this game, do not stop Diesel here because, you know, the whole concept will count as going past the red signal. So yeah, with the blue checkpoint areas, yeah, just stop the first van there. Don't go past it. Just word of advice, cause yeah, I did get an award. Didn't record it, but it was a pop-up award saying I driven Diesel for like 10 miles in a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit. So yeah, that's a little achievement. Am I supposed to uncouple? Okay. Alright. Now just gotta reverse. So you gotta be very mindful of the signals in this game, or else the game will end. Which yeah. Pastor's thinking, what the hell are you doing? Again, nothing of your concern that's important. Just keep minding your business. Braking. Brake. Alright. Okay, one more to uncouple. And okay. One more van to leave behind. And brake, and brake, and uncouple. Alright, reverse. Alright, and brake, start braking now. And Stop. 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 Wait, certain the points of. All right. I trust that it's. I'm guessing that's just a glitch. I trust I can go. Because I heard the sound effect. Okay then. It's just a glitch. Okay, good. And of course, 10 miles an hour. And come to a stop. What? Wait, what? Oh. Reverse, I guess. I guess maybe just my copy, but like you hear the sound effects for signals, but like they don't always change. I don't know if this is an error with the game, or this is like, or just something wrong with my copy. I mean, I'm playing this the Steam version, so I don't know. Just slow, 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 slow. All right. Slowly, 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 slowly. Okay, and stop. Oh, and now this is the this is the longest level of I think of the entire game. All right. I hope this whole going past signal of danger thing is not a thing in the free play mode. You can just do what you want. Just run. I mean, aside from like derailing, because again, like if you derail, then that also ends the scenario. So yeah, I get a why here in the story mode missions. I get a why, but I hope that's not a thing like in the actual free roaming side of the game. Oh wow, we really made a mess of the entire station. All right, and and break. All right, and now uncouple. Oh, hold on. Again, no one's questioning. They can see Diesel, but no one questions it. What he's doing with the trucks. And literally gonna uncouple right in front of you. We're doing this right in front of you. Y'all do not care. Y'all don't care. You don't care, Mr. Peter. I guess you don't care. You don't care. Amazing. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yeah. Here we go. Now, all right. Now let's just. Oh, you just decouple here. Okay.
Diesel looked back and surveyed his hard work.
I wouldn't have chosen this camera angle, but yeah.
Let's see that bothersome blue tank engine be really useful now. He chuckled to himself. Suddenly, the station.
Oh, station master. Oh, now you can take notes of this.
You'll need to get these trucks sorted quickly. Diesel raced away, laughing.
Not really going that fast. Okay. Okay. Scenario breakdown. Yeah, I can imagine my form is maybe not the best. Speeding. All right. These on fireworks. Now hunt for the missing gifts. This is the level that was showcased in the live stream that the game developers did right before the DLC released as a little preview.
Back at Minehead. Once again, Thomas was puzzled.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, he looks very puzzled. Even though they technically have a face for it, but for some reason I'm not going to use it for this cutscene. Oh, now he has a fireman. All right. So like a little scavenger hunt, basically. All right, slowly but surely. Oh my God, can we not? Okay, we can speed up maybe just a tiny bit. Now I'm actually kind of curious how what would all this look like with reshade. Which, if you don't know, it's like a special software that you can basically connect to your video game to make it all look all nice and cinematic, I guess. Pass the signal. All right, says Stephanie. Now for a sprint. About 21. So you can get up to 23. There we go. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost to the first checkpoint. Alright, time starts slowing down. Still, we better slow down, said first driver. There's fog ahead. Yep, and here's the next station, whatever it's called. Alright. Just pulling in slowly into the station. And braking. What's going on in the shed?
Get in quickly, please.
I think, said Birds, they're building a new engine. I'm actually kind of curious in the free roaming view this if I could actually, go into that shed. All right. Wait, is that everyone? Nope. There's still. Yep. Okay. Okay, that has to be everyone. Okay, I'm closing the door. That's everyone. Okay, time to go. Oh my God. Don't. Oh God. Oh for God's sake, do not tell me it's going to be 10 miles an hour for the rest of the. Until to get to the checkpoint, do not tell me it's going to be 10 miles an hour. Okay, oh thank God. Okay, it's just until the speed board. Then we can really full throttle it. Alright, coming to our first present gift check thing for this mission. Alright, crossing the bridge. And slow down. Slowing down. And brake. And here, right, that's one gift. So I think there's like 3 or 5 gifts I think you need to find in this mission. I could be wrong. If I remember correctly from like the videos and the live stream from a few months back, and the videos I've seen of people playing the game, I think that's how many gifts you have to find for this mission. Driven Thomas for 10 miles. Achievements. Hey. Again, I told you you may want to play the game by follow. I told you you may want to play the game following actual scenarios instructions because they're actually little achievements in case you're into that types of 100%ing the game. All right, slowing down. Oh wow, it is by the sea. So yeah, hey Salty, this may be a good place to go on holiday to visit. Break. All right, gotta get out of the cab. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh, okay. Oh God. No. Okay then. What the torch? I'm gonna have to look that up in free play mode. Okay. Okay. So far, my opinion on the story, it's simple, but it works. It's a bit simple, but I mean, I can sort of get it since it's the first DLC, so you may want to start off simple before and who knows, maybe when they release more, they maybe put more complex scenarios or other unique stuff. If they release more, if they keep this going. Again, who knows if this is the only one. If there's more, then maybe they will, like I said, maybe make more complex scenarios or maybe more complex story. well, not complex per se, but you know, not like, well, something that isn't that this simple. I mean, for what this is good, I mean, it's good start. It's good, you know, baseline start off. If they ever choose continuous, this is a good way to kick things off. Something nice and simple to start off before going something more, I guess, big and grandiose and grand, I guess. There we go. We're coming to the station. Oh, the weather. Oh, the weather and lighting has changed. That's actually a cool effect. Actually, I like that. You don't get this in trains. Okay, slowing down. Slowing down. And we are slowing down. Now, of course, alright, getting quickly, please. What the? Oh, she just, okay, she just straight up disappeared. Anyone else going on, be on board? Oh, okay. Oh, what? Okay, you know, this room for two more. What? It's a day with Thomas. Get on board. Okay, I guess I have to get out. I guess I need to get out.
Hello, Thomas. Thanks so much for finding these gifts.
Whoa, on a journey today. What Thomas can take us there. Alright, off we go. Alright, can we go faster? Yes! Alright, we're almost there. Sorry, passengers, we had to collect a few boxes. Because, yeah. Because the railway staff are not very attentive to what goes on around here. Well, or really any railway here in this universe, considering what happens on the Isle of Sodor. The passengers are possibly thinking, why are we stopping for... This is a package. Why are we stopping for this? Why... Just take us to the station and have someone else pick it up. What the... We're gonna be late. Come to a stop at the platform. No, not platform. That... Where we have... And... Brake. Okay, go back into cab view. Okay, and just jump out. Oof. Oh my god, I almost jumped out into the field. Anyway. There we go. Right back in the cab. Oh, hold on. Alright. 20, 21, 22. Anyone know what those like yellow things on the track are for? I'm not a... despite being a fan of the show, I'm not entirely... Well, I'm so knowledgeable of all railway equipment and crap, so if anyone knows, please tell me. Or feel free to explain in the comments.
Look, there's another gift up ahead. I wonder how they ended up by the side of the track.
Same here, Thomas. Alright, and slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. Back into cab view. The parcel. Alright, back into cab view. And These passengers must be so pissed. The passengers were across. They were saying what a bad railway it was. Again, I do like the little bouncing physics with the rolling stock and the engines. I did like the little detail. Alright, so I think we better start slowing down as we pull in. Slowly but surely, alright. Nope. Black spike. Alright. Now, I think it's you. Yeah, you. Alright. Oh, they just spawn in. I guess. Oh, wow, that is glitchy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more people going inside the carriages than they can actually fit. Okay. What the heck? I can see the back of this train. How many people are fitting in here? Alright, come on, there's room for everyone. There's room for everyone. Now, don't push now. Single file, please. There we go. Just pack them in. Okay. I think that's everyone.
There's the station master. Can you give them the gifts we collected, please?
Alright. Talk to him.
Thanks for finding these, Thomas.
E. Alright. Let's go.
Look, there's another gift at the side of the line. I do hope there aren't any more, as we don't want the passengers to miss out.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Like, I'm pretty sure the passenger thing, why we keep stopping? Like, in the middle of the line. So that's 1, 2, 3. I think. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think this is like the fifth one, the last one. And. Oh. Wait. Excuse me, ma'am. Oh god, that's horrifying. Close the door. Slow down. Slowing down. And stop. Alright. Okay. Collect the present. I think that might.
If that's the last gift, we can try to make up for some lost time before we reach the next station.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but doesn't this look a little odd? I mean, from side view, it looks fine, but then. Oh, I gotta slow down. Oh crap. Okay, we gotta slow down.
As Thomas approached Watchet Station, he saw that Mr. Peters was standing on the platform. He was talking to the station master about the missing gifts, and Thomas was worried he might be in trouble for being late.
We must have supervision to see how far away the station actually is. Slow down. 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 Hopefully, don't get a speeding penalty for this. Oh, right. There we are. Alright, is that it? Is that everyone? Oh! They just glitched into the coaches. Alright, then that's the score breakdown. Okay. On to the next mission. A problem to solve. Yeah, see, like he has different facial expressions. So for some the cutscenes where he's supposed to be like shocked or confused, like I don't know why they use his default smiling face. Like, I don't get why they couldn't. Like I don't get why they couldn't give him like a shocked face. Like.
And he raced away
Yeah.
as quickly as he could.
Which wasn't very fast. Oh, I better slow down. Yep. Slow down. Slow down, Thomas. I don't know what eventually means, but it sounds very, very long. Making our way. I wonder if I could actually switch the trap points. Okay. Points are set. Now just get the first van. It's just barely lines up with the buffers. Alright. Reverse. Up. Too fast. Why did you work and stop him? I don't get paid enough for this crap. My points are set. I can go. Couple this up to the consists. Thomas rolled slowly through the rolled carefully through the yards, and shunted the first van with the rest of the train. All right. Hopefully this doesn't don't get screwed over. Hopefully the signals don't screw me over like last time. All right. Like last time we were here. Right. Nope. And we're reversing backwards to the points. Now just keep going backwards. Alright, so I'm back. So I apparently screwed up. Apparently you're supposed to take the vans with you. To then, well, once you basically after you move this first van to this consist, you're supposed to take them back with you to this junction. Then you take the trucks all the way back up there. I didn't realize that. I thought you just, yeah. So, yeah. I thought the game had glitched out, but no, I'm just being an idiot. But anyway, let's proceed. Just get these fireworks vans over there, and we should be good. Well, get the fireworks vans over there, then we should be good to go. All right, so just take it slow and steady. All right, just don't want these to blow up. All right, a little rough there. Stop. Okay, now we uncouple. What? Yeah, it's here uncouple, right? Okay, now we reverse. I guess just go show, just make sure you pay attention to the instructions correctly. Because I thought the game had got glitched out, but no, it's just me just not paying attention. All right. So now we have to go collect the train, then shunt it in front of Van Clarabelle. I guess Clarabelle's a brake van now, or I guess makes sense since he's a brake coach. Right, slow and steady, trying to get to the platform. No speeding. Slow down, said Tom. Slow down and puff with care. Alright, we're almost at the junction. Then we just have to change the points. Then we can get going. Brake. Alright. Just gotta wait for the signal to change. Alright. Reversing. Please do not. Okay, good. Alright. And gently. There we go.
We did it.
Anyway, slowly. There we go. We're all coupled up and ready to go. Let's go. Oh, this train's gonna be long and heavy. I guess another critique I kind of have is like some of these because like the cutscene for like sort of his level, Thomas is all the way out here and Diesel's all the way at the platform over there. So like how are they talking to each other, or is Thomas able to see him from that far away, or even know it's even Diesel? So aside, so I'm guessing. So it seems like so far the only legit glitch that happened was on the level with Diesel shunting all the fireworks vans. Everything else is more or less just me still being new to this game, which is fair. Ooh, hard impact, negative 500 points. Alright. Continue. Alright, so Diesel in distress. Alright. Alright. Let's do this.
After coupling the fireworks train to Annie and Clarabelle, Thomas set off after Diesel.
Yeah, we saw you setting off. Why are you back at the station?
We must.
Alright. Well, we finally got the fireworks train. Alright, so this will take a while to find Diesel. I think he's supposed to be, I think from what I've seen from the footage and gameplay, I think he's supposed to be somewhere down here. So yeah, so far my impressions of it so far, this is a good DLC. I remember when this came out, a lot of people were didn't like it. Like a lot of Trainz people didn't like it, which I don't understand the hate for this. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, sure, you want to improve the game, but for this, I don't see any problem with having Thomas in the game, an official DLC for him. Like, oh, the kids have been playing it. Yeah, okay, so expanding the player base, and more people buying the game equals more money going to developers, meaning more chances of any errors with the game and subsequently more content. And St. Thomas is the most popular engine out there next to the Flying Scotsman, especially in terms of the general public. I mean, yeah, I'd say this is perfect. So yeah, I generally don't get why so many like Trainz World people players were so like hated this. You don't have to buy it, and and in a sense this actually it's good that this exists. What the heck? His coupling's missing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do admit it is a bit glitchy at times, but then again, what game isn't glitchy? At least not as bad as Fallout. Hey, at least not as bad as Fallout 76. Am I right? Well, remember when that game first came out? Oh, well, I mean, I never played it, but from everything I've seen from its launch, oh boy. Also, I gotta say, it is nice to have a new video game Thomas asset out in the public, because, and who knows, this may be the next generation's new Thomas model they meme to death. Because before all we had was that old Nintendo Thomas from the Hero of the Rails game for the Wii. I mean, it was good at the time, but yeah. So who knows? Maybe this good chance that modders They take a hold of this model, and this may become the new Thomas that gets memed everywhere for the next generation. I don't know. I mean, I hope so, especially because this has a much better face in comparison to the emotionless dead stare of the Nintendo model. Again, good at the time, but this is so much better. Alright, we're almost there. Diesel should be coming up right now. Yep, Diesel's coming up. He's coming up. I do think we should start slowing down. But yeah, just like I imagine some kid's gonna have, or just someone has like Tom's running a full throttle, like, alright, Diesel, take this! Yep, there's the checkpoint. Up, and slow down, slow down, slow down. We're coming to a station. And brake, 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 brake. There we go.
Hello, Thomas. I'm glad you're here.
Alright, this one's like the promo.
Only too happy to help.
Let's go find Diesel. I wonder what Audrey would have thought of this game, considering how he's all, where everyone says, oh, the realism, all that stuff. I wonder what he thought of this game and subsequently this DLC. Considering it kind of does abide by, in a sense, railway. Well, not completely, but in a sense there is some realism. I mean, it makes sense because the game were in question, but still, I wonder what Audrey would have thought. Reverend would have thought about this. Just random thoughts. Alright, the sooner we find Diesel, the better we can get to the party. Right, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just over this bridge is Diesel. Anyone know what these boards are supposed to mean? Because I don't. I just know what a whistle board means. That's not necessary, and that's not because of Mike's whistle. Alright, and Diesel should be right around this bend. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Just give him a light tap. Wait a minute. Okay, buffer up. Also, the fact that you actually give him a sad face for this level is actually is nice. There we go. Hey, his face changed.
Well, chuckled Thomas cheekily.
Oh, his driver's is just gone. Okay then. Alright. Oh, and now we just drive Diesel. Alright. Push or pull, I guess, because Diesel. Maybe they should like make like a powerless Diesel, so we're just rolling stock for this level. To give more effect, because like when you set up Diesel, you start accelerating. Alright, come on. We're almost there. Almost there at the station. Into the station we go. Stop right there.
Don't worry, Diesel, said Thomas kindly. We'll get you fixed up in no time.
Alright. Score breakdown. Alright. Coupling. Alright then. And main menu. Alright. And now our final level. Fireworks and friendships. Right. Let's do this.
Thomas continued to pull Diesel and the train to the final destination at Bishop's Lydia.
More like push and pull. Push Diesel and pull the train, you mean. Come on, Diesel. I'll shunt you back to the sheds. Yeah, but that's kind of interesting. But the back couplings, when they're like coupled up, it like the chain screw link disappears. That's like it's on both of them. It's like on Diesel and you can see like the screw link is gone, and then on Thomas it's also gone. Which is that's interesting. That's weird. Maybe it's another glitch, or maybe it's just something else I don't get. I don't know. Also, and once again, the fireman is gone. It's just Bob here, with rocking that nice ponytail. But yeah, I'm curious. Like, to any of the 3 modelers out there, like, has anyone actually successfully? I mean, okay, I said that, like, I mean, yeah, okay, people have successfully got the assets into Blender. But I'm curious, like, has anyone like made orthos of these guys, specifically Thomas and Diesel? Because I would really like to have orthographics of them, so for modeling it for my own Trainz content, so I have some good orthographic reference material. I mean, if there's a link to it, if anyone has made them and has made orthographics and that's public, please link me to it. I want to see it so I can have it, so I have material for my stuff. Please. So once again, lighting wise, this game is good. So as this is the final level, it's good. Like, it's simple, but it works. And if they plan to make more, then I think this is a good start off point. Just a nice simple way to kick things to kick it off, and then maybe later on they can expand to more, I guess, more interesting, more, I wouldn't say complicated, it's just more things to do, you know, in the confines of the game. Maybe with more characters, maybe slightly more complex scenarios to work with. Which, I mean, because there's only so much you can do with just the 2 characters. I mean, if you had like maybe like if they release another DLC with like more characters, maybe the one where you have to like switch between like one engine and another, like shunting, and then you have Thomas, then you have to switch between him and like Percy or something. I don't know. So yeah, like okay, Thomas has shunt a few trucks on one half the yard, and then like you get out of the cab, then you run over, or just fly over, then you get into the cab of Percy, then you have to shunt the trucks on one half, and something along those lines. If they ever plan, just make this scenarios a little bit more, I guess, give you more to do. I mean, what we have here is fine, but like, still, also, but another thing I would be nice if they, you know, maybe raise the speed limit, because I'm gonna be quite honest, some of these levels, the speed limit kind of hinders. I get it why, because you don't derail and stuff, but it kind of makes the level admittedly kind of drag for somewhat. And maybe they could, I don't know how this game works from a digital coding thing, but maybe they could add like maybe background music. Though maybe that's a good thing for us YouTube creators, so we don't, so the stuff that doesn't get claimed on or trip the system when we upload it to YouTube. So I guess maybe that's a blessing in disguise that there's no music. Here we are. Is this like the bottom station? I'm guessing like it's automatically braking for, like, you know, which I guess makes sense. All right, we're almost there. Almost there. Yes. I know sub location. All right, there's the fat controller and Mr. Peters. All right, top him. What do you have? And stop.
The 2 engines finally arrived at the station. It's trouble.
Thomas, you got something in your water tank.
If it were up to me, Diesel, continue to top of the game, proving yourself to be
A really useful engine.
Yes, a very fine engine indeed, added Mr. Peters.
And that's score breakdown. Okay, let's see. Total score 1,124. All right. Continue. Main menu. That's weird. The scenario picture isn't there.